Hello everyone, Laser here with another video. As you can see, some goodies have arrived and those are the parts for my new PC. And in this video I wanted to guide you through the process of how I choose my parts for my next PC. And I know that I've been talking a lot about how it's a bad time to really make your new gaming PC because of the new announcements that we'll hear from AMD, especially about Ryzen and RDNA 2 graphics card. But I also wanted to show you that you can still make a viable PC with place for upgrades in the future whenever you need them. And this video will be just about that. So let's start with something I think most controversial, and I might be bashed for that in the comments, but it's fine. This is a Ryzen 5 3600 without the X. And I chose this CPU because, first of all, if I'm planning to expand in the future, I don't want to buy the most expensive one because of the price drop when you sell it. I chose the middle ground. I think it offers great performance for the price, and you can also see it in my videos that I've been praising it a lot. And I think it will be a placeholder for now until the Zen3 architecture CPUs arrive, and then I'll probably switch if the performance gains will justify it, because if not, I'll just stick with this one, maybe upgrade to the Ryzen 7 3700X if it turns out that this one is underperforming. And the second thing here, I think second most interesting thing here is the NVMe storage. This one is from Samsung. It's 970 EVO, as you can see here. And I decided to get an NVMe storage instead of an SSD storage for two reasons. First reason is the speed, and I will be running my operating system on this one, so I want it to load fast, and probably my main games will land here as well. It's just half a terabyte, not really too much, but yeah, the bigger ones are quite more expensive. I didn't want to spend too much on the storage, but I'm also very curious how new RTX IO technology from NVIDIA will work with the NVMe disks, and whether they really deliver what they promise, so the performance boost when loading textures, when loading game information. And I really want to test it out and share with you guys, so stay tuned. Another thing that I have here is the RAM. Nothing special here, it's just 2 sticks of 8GB RAM from HyperX. That's a Fury, yeah, it's a Fury with the RGB lighting here. If you don't like RGB, you can save yourself some money by just choosing the regular ones. I think they're like $25 to $50 cheaper than the RGB. And there's no real philosophy here when choosing RAM. Just stick to speeds higher than 3200 when it comes to boost performance, and you should be fine. I just checked the AMD site for the supported RAM configurations that support, this overclocking and boost, kind of, you could call it boost performance. And I chose the one that just really was within the budget and had decent parameters, so at least 3200 megahertz when it comes to the clock speeds. Okay, another one, and this is a big one, is the power supply unit. This is from a brand that's, I think it's only local available here. Silentium PC, like you can see here, it has the gold certificate, so it should be pretty fine, and it has 750 watt power. Just let me put it down before I throw something off the table. And the main reason I chose it is because the new graphics card will require at least 750 watts. Plus I have trust in this brand because I have a PSU that's running still very well up till now for 6 or 7 years. And I had no issues with it, no problems, so I have full trust in Zen3 PC's equipment. I just stick with whatever works best for me, and I know that will work fine, so this is the reason why I chose it. Another thing, the motherboard. Obviously need to change the motherboard for socket AM4. This is an MSI motherboard with an X570 chipset. I chose this motherboard because if the new Zen3 architecture CPUs come out, I'm planning to upgrade the 3000 series to the 4000 series AMD CPU, depending of course whether the transition will be worth the additional money. If it turns out that the gains are like 5-10%, I probably don't bother, but if it's more like 15-20, then I'll probably consider switching the 3600 for the 4600 or whatever it's going to be called. And it also has a PCIe 4.0 port, which will be very good when it comes to future upgradability, and it should work fine with the new RTX 30 series graphics cards from NVIDIA. And now the final thing, so the chassis. You can see it here, it's a Be Quiet Pure Base 500DX. I chose it for just one main reason, I just really like the looks of it. It has a really nice LED strip here. It's obviously not powered on, so I can't show you how it looks when turned on, but from the reviews and from YouTube videos, I really like the look of it. Plus it has a really good airflow. It has a mesh in the front, which should allow for a lot of airflow to go into the chassis, cool everything inside, and just leave the chassis from the top and from the back. And if you're looking for a new chassis for yourself, I think the best way is just to go to Gamers Nexus channel. They have a ton of really well made and really detailed videos about how different brands and different chassis perform. I think it's the best way to choose something for yourself. I think when choosing a chassis, it's very important to go with one who has a good airflow, so that your components inside will not boil and they can survive for a longer time. Okay, this is it from my side. Now I need to get this thing put together and put it into the chassis and see how it performs. You probably noticed that I don't have one most important part for a gaming PC, which is a graphics card. The reason for that is that I'm waiting for the 3080 or 3070, whichever will be available sooner. And I mean, like, real availability. I know that the launch is in this week, and it's on Thursday, I believe, for the 3080. But we know already that the availability will be very limited. So I'm not really, hyping myself up that I will get it on launch. But I'm hoping just a little bit that I will. And that's why for now I'll be sticking with my MSI GTX 970. That's in my current build. It's right under this desk. You can see it, but it's there. And I'll stick with that for as long as I have to, and I will use it here in this build. I'm also planning to do like a comparison between 970 and the 3080. I know this is going to be a huge gap, but I just wanted to show you how huge the 6-year difference gap between 3 generations of graphics card can be. I think it will be quite funny to see the performance differences, and if you'd like to see this video, just let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure to prepare it for you. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.